So we are going to Japan for 9 days, and we're visiting the cities of Tokyo, Odaba, Tsukuba, and Yamanashi. We all are going to need to be practicing our Japanese. This is very exciting. My name is Stanya Collins, and some of your students may know me as Miss Collins. I teach math at Flanagan High School. I've worked at the school for 2 years. So before becoming a teacher 2 years ago, I worked as a staff accountant for 10 years. And then I did another 3 years in real estate as a broker. And some of my favorite things about teaching is really like seeing the student connect with the material, but not only connect with the material, but also connect the stuff that they don't understand. So when that light bulb moment click, I live for that. And my main goal, and I tell my kids that all the time, my main goal outside of teaching them math is to help them become some very thought provoking and productive adults, which is one of the reasons why I decided to become a group leader for an EF tour trip. Again, thank you for joining us this evening to learn about this incredible once in a lifetime opportunity. We've spent a lot of time and energy into making this experience a reality for your student. And we couldn't be more excited to share all the details with you tonight. So with our time tonight, I want to ensure and trust in myself that as the group leader, that you guys are comfortable and know me and are okay with all the information. And last but not least, the reason why EF tour is I myself went on an EF tour when I was in high school. And just like the video you just watched, it was a life-changing experience for me on my trip. And that was over, I don't want to say over, but that was about 20 years ago because I graduated high school from Cypress Bay in 2006, and I went the year before I graduated, so around 2005. Um, and not only that, it was such a great experience for me. I decided to do a trip with my students now, but I'm also planning on taking my firstborn son, Jeremiah, on this trip. By the time we take this trip, he'll be in seventh grade, and I can only imagine what this experience is going to do for his world perspective and viewpoint. And that's what I want for your child. So our agenda for tonight, we're going to cover the value of travel. We're going to cover our travel partners, what we'll see and do, what's included, price, and how to enroll. So why travel? So the goal with the traveling is to help you as a parent understand the value of the travel, how it will benefit the student, and why it's worth the investment. And I really want you guys to leave understanding that why making this investment now is important, because there are, obviously with these photos on this page, you could tell like the students are just exploring and experiencing different people, different foods. And traveling is a life-changing experience and is offering opportunities because it just has like a ripple effects into the student's life for the rest of their lives. Um, and with EF tours, EF stands for educational tours. So with the educational travel and safety partners, they've had over nearly 60 years of experience. They have staff all over the world. So if you look at this map, every little dot represents an office, or where they have a group or a team on the ground that supports our travelers and our group leaders. So this is a very well established company, and it is also a Broward County approved um, vendor, and it is an accredited. So we'll talk about that a little bit later in the presentation. Um, some of our safety and support partners. So with the safety and support partners, so there is a local team that they have worldwide. And trust me, like I've done my research and I feel incredibly confident partnering with EF Tours because they have our back. They've thought of everything, and I trust all of their safety policies. They have multiple programs in place to help keep us safe. EF will be right there to support us locally while we're getting ready to go, globally while we are on tour. They're going to be available pre-tour and on tour to help us through any situation that arises. Bottom line, we are safer traveling with EF than we ever would be on our own, because we will have like a global support team with us 24/7. Our education partners. So the really cool opportunity for your student and the students that are on here, and this is another reason why I partner with EF Store, is because they are an education company. Beyond our educational tours, there are other ways to continue your students' personal and educational growth. So the first one is the personalized learning guide, so which is the first option that you see with the book here. So the student can earn half of a high school credit, which is included with the trip, by using this guide. So this guide puts a more personal lens on their tour by tapping into their own interests and passions. So that's how they get the half a credit. Like I mentioned earlier, EF is accredited just like our school. So students to complete this will receive a half a high school credit, and it's free. So with the college credit, students have the option of earning 3 college credits through a course from Southern New Hampshire University. You can add this college class when you enroll for tour. Since we're traveling with EF, we get a big discount. So it's only $120 per credit, which can save you a lot of money on college credits. So if you are interested, make sure during your enrollment stage that is something that you make that selection. The last thing is college essay help. This is designed to help students level up their personal college essay. So using their tour experience for inspiration. That is something I also did when I took my trip. I put that on my resume, and that was also a college essay that I was able to use, and they helped me write it up so that I can be able to submit that with my college application. So the registration for both the high school and the college credit needs to happen prior the tour. And to learn more, you need to go to www.eftours.com/credit. Again, if you are interested in the credit in registering during your enrollment, just make sure that is something, for some reason or another, you have additional questions. Make sure that's something that you put in the sign-in form that we have so that your answers can be addressed and you enroll correctly. With this partnership alone, it makes this type of travel experience different than any family vacation. So next we have EF. So to give you guys some confidence with EF Tour, for those of you that probably never heard of EF Tour, it is the largest provider of educational student travel in the country and in our area. Many other nearby schools and teachers already partner with them. So as you can tell on this slide, they are Broward County Public School approved vendor. Us at Flanagan High School, there are several other teachers that are going on EF tours. There's actually a group of students going, I think in the fall of this year or the spring of next year. But there is another set of students going. Cypress Bay is another school that goes. West Broward High School, there's 2 teachers that almost annually they host EF tours. And that is what I wanted to mention. So this next slide, I'm super excited to share with you, because not only does like the normal EF tours, are educational, but our trip to Japan has an additional sweetener. Our EF tour has a STEM experience. So we're gonna have experimental learning. So there's going to be a lot of hands-on STEM principle that we'll get to be able to participate in. There's innovative locations, some very tech savvy places. Um, so we're so we're going to be basically simply in like a perfect classroom in the world, to be able to see and experience all the different stuff that Japan has to offer. And we're going to be exposed to a lot of industry experts who are going to collaborate with your students to where they're going to have the opportunity to learn in different STEM fields, science, technology, engineering, math, in all of those fields. So that is something I'm very, very excited for. And also, I am graduating in my master's actually in 4 weeks, in my secondary education with a focus in STEM. So this is going to be very, very amazing to be able to apply some of those things that I've been learning with the students and showing them that, like all of these different possibilities outside of just the classroom. So this is let's talk about our tour. I know you guys are super excited, so we're gonna talk about a tour and bring the trip to life so where you guys can see the cities that we are visiting. So I'm still working on my Japanese. We're visiting Tokyo, Odabai, Tsukuba, and Yamanashi. Before we get into the itinerary specific, because I'm going to try and spend as much time as possible in our itinerary so that you guys really understand the value of the trip. So let's watch this short video to get a sense for what we'll see and experience on our tour. Awesome, awesome, awesome. So let's get into our itinerary. So, as you can see, this is a 9-day trip. So this first slide is going to cover the first 5 days. So day 1, we are flying overnight to Japan. Day 2, we are going to be in Tokyo where we meet our tour guide, our tour director at the airport in Tokyo, the capital of Japan, in a city of contrast. Here we'll see how old meets new as we discover ancient temples and learn about the creation of modern technology that will shape our future. Day 3, we're in Tokyo taking a guided tour of Tokyo led by a STEM expert, including stops at the Shibuya district and the Tokyo Sky Tree, which is Japan's tallest building. We're going to visit Miracon, which is the National Museum of Emerging Science and Innovation, where you'll explore exhibits in sustainable growth and evolution and ponder a future built by robot technology. Day 4, we're going to be in Tokyo and Odaiba. We're going to spend a day in Odaiba, a collection of man made islands that serve as a futuristic residential and business district. We're going to take a guided tour of the Rinkan Disaster Prevention Park, where you will experience an earthquake simulation and learn how to survive different natural disasters. Next, we'll go on a tour to Akihabara Electric Town. It's a cultural center for fans of anime and manga. And then later, we'll try our hands at preparing an authentic Japanese food during a cooking class. And then day 5, we're gonna go back to Tokyo and visit Tsukuba. We're going to take a day trip there, which is also nicknamed Science City of Japan. It's going to start off with a visit to Science Square, a showroom for research from National Institute of Advanced Industrial Science and Technology. Then we're going to visit one of its premier STEM facilities. And then we're going to explore the Japanese Aerospace Exploration Agency, JAXA for short, to learn about the country's current effort in space exploration. Before we go back to Tokyo, we're going to see a hybrid assistive limb, like you just saw in the video, the technology in action at Cyberdyne Studios, where we may even get to test out some of the arm portion of a working suit. So we get to be robots. That's what I look at it. And the next half of the trip, starting at day 6 in Tokyo, we're going to begin our day with a traditional Japanese tea ceremony before visiting Asakusa Kannon Temple. And then we're going to go to restaurants, theaters, and cinemas that surround a 5-story pagoda, which is a perfect symbol of Tokyo's enduring past and ultra-modern future. And then later, we're going to take a stroll among the greenery and seawater ponds of Hamariku Garden. Day 7, we're going to be at Yamanashi, where we're going to hop on our group's private bus and travel to Yamanashi Prefecture, best known as the home of Mount Fuji, where we're going to start out at the Maglev Exhibition Center, where through a series of interactive exhibits, we'll see superconducting magnetic technology that will enable Japan's train to become some of the fastest on the planet. You may even be able to view a test run of the train as it zooms past the center. And then up next, we'll visit a quaint lakeside village and stop for a photo of the awe-inspiring Mount Fuji before taking Japan's fastest bullet train back to Tokyo. So we get to go on an actual bullet train, not the bright line that we have here. And then day 8, we were in Tokyo, and we are gonna have an art, like we're gonna immerse ourselves in art on a visit to Team Lab Planet, which is a dynamic museum known for blurring the lines between us, its visitors, and the art itself. We're gonna stop by the Unicorn Gundam statue and then take some time to explore the city and maybe experience some of Japan's lively karaoke culture. And on our last day, we're going to go back home. I know we're all going to be very sad to leave, but I'm pretty sure everybody's going to be wanting to go back home on the 9th day. So that is our itinerary for the trip, and I hope you guys are super excited about the trip, and there's going to be plenty of opportunity to experience the food, the culture, the scenery when we visit Mount Fuji, the traditional Japanese tea ceremony, which is one of the experiences I am kind of excited to do, because I know it's a very important tradition in the Japanese culture. So I'm very excited about that. And all of the different tours that is happening during the experience, the earthquake simulation, the different natural disasters, and being able to actually be a robot at at the Miracon Museum of Emerging Science. So that's a little bit about our itinerary, and I hope that excites you to be able to experience those experiences. As far as dates, so to help ensure that we have the best experience possible, we need some flexibility when it comes to the travel dates because this is going to be in the spring of 2027, and I intentionally picked those dates to give as many families as possible the opportunity to comfortably make payments to be able to pay for the trip. And the requested date with that, we have a flexible travel window, which means we could be leaving as early as March 18th and returning as late as March 28th. We will find out our exact travel dates 2 to 3 months before our tour. But for now, we could be traveling anytime within this time range. Okay. In the middle of that time range falls our requested departure date, which is March 19th, and then leaving March 19th and returning March 27th. You will see these dates as you enroll, but again, note that we can depart as early as March 18th and return as late as March 28th. And this also was intentional because it falls during the week of spring break. Well, when spring break normally happens, right? So we don't know what that school calendar is going to be yet, but usually spring break falls within that week. So students may um, lose 1 or 2 days because it is a 9-day trip of school, but I think is totally worth the time and investment. And we may also have the chance to travel with another school, which will be a great experience to meet other students. Which means that we're probably going to be sharing a bus with another local school and stuff like that. So that is something to be aware of. So with our itinerary, this is what is included. You have the round trip airfare. Do we need a parent to go with the students? We'll get to that later. So round trip airfare is included through a major airline carrier. All of the hotel stays are included. Meals, so all of their breakfasts and dinners are included. The 24/7 tour director is included. Entrance to all of the landmarks and attractions we talked about over the 9 days. Everything is included. Transportation on the different tours are included. So, like, anytime we got to get from one place to another, getting on the bullet train, all of that stuff is included. And everywhere we go, we have an expert local guide that is with us to, answer any questions that we may have about the city. That person is with us and they're included. And it's so funny, a little quick fun fact. When I went on my trip, my tour guide had a little stick with a "Where's Waldo" on the top of it. So we were always looking for a little Waldo stick wherever we went. But he was always with us. And all of the guided sightseeing of all of our destination and our hands-on STEM learning experience that not everyone gets to experience on EF Tours with industry-leading experts and organizations. So that is everything that is included in our trip. So there's a lot that it covers. And of course, there are going to be some things that are not included. So it's just a few things, but no real surprises here. As we get closer to departure, we're going to hold a meeting for our we're going to hold a meeting for our enrolled travelers um, to talk through passport tips and etc. So these are a few things you will need to budget for outside of the cost of the tour. So making sure you have your passports and visa, and you will know those things that we will tell you if there is any visas or anything like that. Baggage fees, tips for local guides, bus drivers, and your tour guide, and any snacks in some of the meals. So, if there's a specific meal that they want or something like that, or if there's a dietary restrictions or anything like that. So feel free to make sure that they have extra money to be able to buy those things. So we want you to make sure that you book with confidence. EF offers a few things to help us protect our investment, to give us the confidence to book our travel experience now. While monthly payments are so affordable, here are some of the ways they do that. So we have the Peace of Mind program, which is included. So each EF Tour Peace of Mind program gives our group the flexibility to modify our tour date and dates if we're uncomfortable traveling as we get closer to departure. Some additional protection for each travelers that you can customize. So those are unique to EF. So it provides both pre-tour and on-tour benefits like medical coverage, baggage coverage, flight delay coverage, as well as some trip cancellation protection. So you have the Global Protection Plus is also available, and that adds a cancel for any reason coverage up to 24 hours prior to the tour. But the most important thing in this whole slide is all of the travelers who enroll. So anybody that is on this enrollment meeting right now, if you enroll by March 14th, so in 10 days, you will automatically qualify for the EF risk-free enrollment period. Okay, so that means that you can cancel for any reason up to 7 days after enrollment. So for a full refund, 100% money paid, whatever money that you paid to EF is 100% refundable within 7 days of enrollment, which is March 14th. So what does that mean? That means if you're super excited, you're like, yes, we're signing up today, but you still have a few questions or whatever, something comes up, you can cancel 100%. You get all of your money back guaranteed by March 14th, okay? So EF has thought of everything. They protect on our tour. They protect us on tour. They protect us in the event you change your mind and have to cancel. So these protections just build trust and help protect and make you feel comfortable and confident in enrolling. So the cancellation fee within 7 days of enrollment is $0. And then there is a cancellation fee of $95, which is up to 1 year prior to departure if enroll in the Global Travel Protection Plan. So if you enroll in the Global Travel Protection Plan for $95, you still have 1 year you still have 1 year to cancel without any repercussions. So making it happen. So let's talk about a few additional opportunities that EF have to help fund our travel as well. So there's two opportunities. There's a Global Citizen Scholarship where EF $1,000 needs and merit-based scholarship. To be eligible, you just have to complete an application and to submit a 2 to 3 minute video that answers this question. How will this tour change the way you think or feel about the world or act within it? All enrolled students are eligible to apply, so you have to enroll in order to be able to apply for the Global Citizen Scholarship. And then if you need to find out more information, again, that is another great question to add to the form so that we can follow up with you. In any case, you can always go to eftours.com/global citizen. eftours.com/global citizen. So eftours.com/global citizen to get more information about the scholarship. And again, if you have any questions regarding the scholarship, make sure you add that question to your sign-in form. The second way is you will have a personal tour fundraising page. So once you enroll, you can send out your personal tour fundraising URL from your traveler page. So from as soon as you enroll, you'll have a page that works just like a GoFundMe page, but better because you see 100% of the contribution being applied to your tour balance. So it's great for holidays. So if you have birthday coming up, when your birthday comes up, make sure you send it out to your family. If you're doing babysitting, you just send that fundraising page and just say, hey, instead of paying me, just go ahead and pay something towards my tour. If somebody's mowing your lawn, so just sending it out to friends and family who want to help you see the world. You'll have access to that as soon as you enroll. Okay, so everything we get. So like I said, we get so much more than just our tour when we travel with EF. Not only does our tour package include everything we talked about related to the itinerary, but it also includes all of your flexible payment options, the fundraising resources, the built-in protection of your investment, unmatched safety policies, local and global support, and personalized learning opportunities that can help students grow and get a head start on the next chapter of their life. This is a once in a lifetime experience that you will never forget. There is no safer or more impactful way to travel, and there is no better time in life than now. So, to the question we've all been waiting for, making it happen. It will be so this pricing includes, so what does it cost? The reason I'm planning this far ahead in advance is to help keep the payments affordable, and EF offers a variety of ways to pay for this experience. The easiest and most common ways to pay are the bi-weekly payment plan. And for our trip, it is $111 per bi-weekly, which allows you to budget for your tour just like any monthly expenses. And then our monthly payment is going to be $221. And that's over the next 24 months because our trip is exactly in 24 months. And if you would like to pay in full, it is $5,399. And if you are an adult and you want or you're a parent and you want to go with your child, the price for you is $6,129. And included, we have a discount, which is only applicable for those who enroll by the deadline of March 14th. You get a $200 discount, which is only available by the deadline of March 14th. After this deadline, the discount will expire, which will increase the price of the tour. If you need any additional payment option, you can call EF Traveler Support Team, and they will explore other support options and payment options for you. The goal is to help you understand that you don't have to pay it in full. A lot of families pay monthly. I plan to pay monthly for my son and also capitalize on his fundraising page. So right now it is our time to enroll because we have actually this number is outdated because we have over, I believe, 75 travelers interested, but only 18 are guaranteed to go. I am not taking a huge group of students across the seas. So the spots are very limited and only 18 are available. So I really encourage you to enroll. And if something comes up, and you enroll before March 14th, you have that risk-free cancellation. So just really want to encourage you guys to seek the opportunity. Interest is high, and just make sure that you do that before the deadline And remember to secure a spot with the $95 enrollment fee, and then you earn the $200 and the opportunities for scholarships and the risk-free enrollment if you enroll by the deadline. Um, so lastly, like I said, for if you plan to go, I recommend you enrolling right away while we have spots available. So this is the QR code. So for our enrollment page. So for our tour, it is officially open. So how do you enroll? You can scan the QR code for our tour enrollment page. An email I'll be sending out an email after this meeting with the enrollment link. This is when all the other interested families will get the access that weren't able to come on this meeting, and they will learn about the experience. So right now you have the next 24 hours exclusive access to the enrollment page to be able to guarantee your spot. And then if you have any other questions, please feel free to connect with EF Tour and the travel support team at this phone number, and just be on the lookout for my email with the enrollment link, which is the same link that's on this screen right here. If you have any questions, please, the Q&A is happening through the sign-in form. So that link that was on there is where you will be able to get all of your questions answered. Our time is running out. So please feel free to come talk to us individually and write your questions in the sign-in form, so you can open up that we had when we opened up the meeting, or just connect directly with EF where you can chat with them on the website. So if you don't know what to do, just go to www.eftour.com. On the bottom right of the page is going to have a little chat with us box. Just say, hey, I'm interested in the tour for Japan 2027. Just need the enrollment page. That, and it will take you to the reins. If not, you guys have my email. Feel free to email me directly at stanya.collins@browardschools.com. I don't want to hold you guys up any longer. I've already taken so much of your time. Please just allow the page to be able to give you all of those follow-up answers, and just make sure you enroll to guarantee your spot. Okay, so thank you guys so much.